Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Rajas of India for Crusader Kings 2. So, where we left off last, it's the year 979, September the 19th. We have brand new neighbors, the Ghaznavid. They've shown up with, 70,000 troops because, why not, right? Let's check the ledger. Somebody had commented that they're probably the largest army in the entire game, and I agree. Yep, Gandhara. That would be the Ghaznavid dude. Ghaznavid of the Duchy Gandhara. Awesome. Yep, by an order of twofold. He's twice as strong as the Byzantine Emperor. That makes sense, because he's got 4 provinces. Where would he feed them all? What's up with the new supply limits, I wonder? But no, these troops don't suffer attrition, just so you know. They're what's an estro? Oh, special troops. 5,178 special troops. What special troops do you have? I am even more terrified now. They're probably like... Well, they look like horses, but they're probably not horses. They're probably something even worse, like dragons. Probably has 1,000 dragons. 5,000 of them, actually. So, whatever. We're gonna win the war. This guy declared war on us. Okay, here's how you handle it, right? So, a lot of people would probably either rage quit or cheat or load the game as the Ghaznavids and then disband the special troops, then save the game, then reload the game as your character. But we're not going to do that. We'll play around the issue. I still think event spawn troops are like one of the dumbest mechanics in the game. But how you play around it is that you have to abuse the fact that he can only attack you once every 5 years. So we needed to expand into as many other duchies as possible. And then we're probably going to lose land to him over the next 25 years. But then, by the 25-year mark, most likely his event spawn troops will have suffered enough combat casualties that... Because they lose troops. They do lose troops to siege attrition, like special events. Like the ones where there's the defender sallies and they lose 1% or 5%. And then the other thing that happens is that if you have a large enough army, you can actually fight them and kill some troops. So eventually, our levies that do replenish will end up killing his army off. And once his army's gone, then he's just same as any other 4-province character. 5. I'm really underestimating. He actually has 5 counties. My bad. Totally legit, man. I've discovered a plot where somebody tries to kill some guy, okay? Stop it. You shouldn't do that. It's not nice. So, yes. Which direction, then, shall we expand? We need to attack this guy, probably. My nephew. He has 3,000 men. We have more than that. It's not a really good idea to be harming the Indians while we are facing this outside threat, but we kind of have to. Oh crap, I actually don't want to educate him. I mean, I do and I don't. I need to remember to stop educating him when he turns 15 because I don't want to make him an amateurish plotter or flamboyant schemer. Now, somebody had also asked in the comments, they said, did education get changed in this expansion? And the answer is no. You could always get wrong education. If you actually search on the channel, there is a video series where we were experimenting and testing education mechanics, and long story short, quick summary is that if you are a level 4 educator of any type, you have about a 35% chance of making your heir, or your guardian rather, your ward, into a level 4 of the same type. You have about a 30% chance of making him a level 3, about a 10 to 15% chance of making him level 1 or 2, and then whatever the remainder is, it's like 5 to 10% chance of throwing an off education, which is what happened to us. So we got like a 1 in 10 chance of just getting any other education, and it could be a level 4 or level 2, level 1. It doesn't matter. It's just off. It's just wrong. So we got unlucky. We got a level 2 off education, and it happens. It's always been that way. It's just dumb. Ooh, she's actually kind of a good character. Look at her. My niece. We should marry her. Can we make her into a concubine? We can. That is sick. Let's do it. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Come here, my niece. I'm 28. I shall take my 16-year-old niece as my concubine. She's so pretty. God, that's sick. Oh, man. Sorry. I find that very entertaining. Alright, so and as we talked about before, right now I am sieging my enemy's vassal's holdings rather than his own, because if we siege his own, then the loot bar in his province goes down, his monthly income goes down, which determines what his annual income is, and it's this domain income value that determines what the penalty is for him losing the war. So right now he'll give us 96 ducats, and that's related to his scaled wealth. So we don't want to actually damage his income in this circumstance. We have just inherited the Thikat, or the Thikana of Karifkat. Okay, so we're over our domain limit yet again. This is in the Duchy of Multan. We have created the Duchy of Multan. Let's find somebody to give this to. Men that are not in prison, who are any marriage, not a ruler, yes, culture, yes, religion, yes, adult, no, great house. And since I haven't done this in a while, great house refers to whether or not they are in line to inherit anything. So when you say no great house, you're basically saying they can't be like the second son or the third son of somebody. We'll take this, no we can't because he's the wrong caste. We'll take this guy. And I do want to get rid of that duchy, I think, because we're making pretty good money, 193 ducats per year. Our vassals are fairly happy with us. I've apparently fired this guy a few times. He also desires the Duchy of Multan. He is my half-brother. I gave him Karur, which is, yes, part of Multan. He is allied with this guy, who is my other kinsman. His father died of severe stress. Shamshire. Do we like this guy well enough to make him into the Duke? I think so. He's actually pretty solid, so go ahead, sir. You can be the Duke of Multan, including lower titles. Now we have just one guy who actually likes us pretty well, and if we want to award him an honorary title, like, say, Seneschal, now he's up to 81. He wants to become exalted among men. Excellent martial score. Feeling like we're in a pretty solid position if it wasn't for the fact that, oh, you know what it is the defending versus infidels. That's what's really making things stable. Alright, well, that's going to go away soon. What we'll probably want to do in order to min-max our army is, we'll want to declare war on our next guy before we end this war so that we get the bonus opinion and we can raise more men. Because as soon as we end the war, we're going to lose 75 opinion with everyone, and then all of a sudden the levy they provide us is going to be crap. But if we have it raised, then they can't take it back. So we'll go through and let's actually use the realm tree. We'll find people who like us quite a bit and make them like us even more, so that we can really, really max out our levy, because we're going to need it. And can we send you a gift? 52 ducats? Yeah, it's worthwhile, I think. He's a powerful duke. This guy we can't give any titles to. We can give him 60 ducats. I think that's fine. He wants to improve his stewardship. We can't really help him with that. We have another count here. We can give her an honorary title. Make her a court musician. And she's fairly inexpensive to bribe as well. And that pretty much does it for the powerful people. These are all mayors and barons and stuff. I don't care about them. So our levy should go up further. And with this siege, I expect we'll be at 100%. Ding dong. Done. Okay. So now we retreat back to our territory. We are going to disband everything except for the retinue. He's trying to surrender to us. There's the 100 gold that he's going to pay us. And before we accept that, we need to consider if we're going to actually attack this guy or not. She is currently defending against a non-holy war, peasant revolt, and an independence war. We have enough karma. We can do the subjugation of that thing. Rajputana? No. Yeah, Rajputana's probably the one to do. We're going to take all that land from her. We just have to consider her allies, which she has a few. But they all seem fairly weak. And the fact that she's dealing with a independence war is pretty good for us. She's down to 2,500 troops. Alright, so we declare the war for Rajputana. We accept or sorry, we raise all of our levy. And unfortunately, we have some hostile troops in that province. Let's just, we'll raise them even though they're going to be in combat directly. They're probably from this guy. Actually, you know what we can do? Since he owns all this land, we'll just raise them here. There we go. Now we accept. And now we take our nice large levy and we go and attack this woman. Castle walls have been completed. Yay! That was probably here. To build more castle walls, we need... Oh, that was level 2. Excellent. We can get more war elephant pens now in our capital. We should probably make the castle town. I have a tendency to ignore things like that, but we should probably keep on making those. They're pretty important. Now, she only has the one main army. And this is a circumstance where we do want to siege her personal holdings for additional war score. Unfortunately, we won't get any ticking war score unless we siege everything in the target kingdom. So that's not likely to happen. So what we'll probably do is just siege multiple provinces. As many as we can kind of do safely. She's got about 3,000 men, so we'll probably do 3 at a time with about 3,000 each. Which is conveniently how I've sort of accidentally spread my men. And now we just wait. You know, it's just it's a long, slow subjugation war. Meanwhile, our truce timer with this fella is at what? So we have till 985, so 4 more years until he is going to most likely attack us. And I say us because he is a Persian Sunni, and the Samanid dynasty is also Persian Sunni, so when he decides to attack somebody, the only person he's going to have a casus belli on, aside from a single county conquest, is us. He'll declare a holy war, most likely for Lahore. Possibly Multan, but probably Lahore, because it shares more borders, and he's just a bastard is what he is. My kinsman needs an educator, fine, whatever, go away. Yes, so we do kind of want to siege her stuff, but I also just want to get the sieges started right away. That's why we ended up here. Now, if she sieges our holdings, that's totally fine. We get far more war score taking her territory than she does taking ours, so we just ignore her army, and we race. I mean, it's 3-1. It's kind of like, I was just playing Dota earlier. It's like when you have more DPS, and it's a throne race, you know? Who can do more damage? Well, we have 3 provinces per period of time. You have 1. I think we'll win the race. So you just ignore them. And if they want to do that, fine. Looks like she's re-raised. She still has 2,600. We will pay. We have training. Excellent. So we are improving our martial, which will be very, very valuable. I would love to get rid of that minus 30% penalty. I mean, before we were getting like triple the number of elephants that we actually have from structures. So 16 was going up to like 50. Now we're only getting double. Mostly from the work of our trained troops thing. And the fact that it's our capital. I don't really like... I'm not going to read all the events. It's just to improve martial event. It's from our mission to improve our martial ability, our ambition. Oh. Alright, so he actually thinks that he can take that army. Well, we'll just go over there then. This is not your capital. Your capital is where? She is reigning in... Oh, that is your capital. Okay. Well, I suppose in this circumstance then we will fight her army. Since we have double the numbers and we're right next to the capital, I want to move on that. We'll move this army over into her next adjacent holding. So overall we gained 4 martial from that. Now we're at an 8. So that is fantastic. We just gained 20% increased levy basically. Or we will over time. Next ambition will be to probably improve learning. Just because it's the closest one. I don't think she's going to actually attack this. And see, she didn't even actually hold out on trying to siege us. Now she's trying to siege this back. Same situation. My concubine, my niece, is pregnant. Whoopsie. It reminds me, do you ever see the TV series Rome? It was a 2-season series, really, really good. It's kind of like Spartacus, and there's a part where Octavian sleeps with his sister. It's really sick. Because she was trying to get information about Caesar. Gaius Julius Caesar. So anyway, this is fine, you know, she'll take that back, we'll siege 2 more, and then we'll just go siege it again, and we get more money. And we don't lose anything when she takes it because it's not our holding. So the penalty you normally see for like the gold transfer, that's only when you take a hostile holding, not when you retake a friendly holding. So she's not getting any money from us. Which is fine. Totally fine. I'm apparently ill at the age of 30. Fever's now gone. Alright, and so after this army's done, we'll just move it back to that other one. This is the daughter of my concubine. She came out normal-ish. That's good. We're happy about that. Another castle town? Sure. Militia training ground? Sure. We're still making pretty solid income even at war. Look at that loot bar. Thank God. My wife is now pregnant. My kinslaying wife. Yikes. It's not cool. Alright, we've broken down our capital. Excellent. So, probably at this point it's time to move our chancellor to another guy. Like, say, this fella. Oh, we're actually trying to improve relations with him. And he just really dislikes us. Okay, well, that's where we're going to keep him then. Oh, okay. Looks like he might be actually trying to come and get my army. September the 11th, September the 1st. So we're doing fine there. Jihad from Mauritania. Oh, goodness gracious. Mauritania. So now they're trying to take this. Apparently... What are you talking about? What part of Mauritania is not owned by Muslims? There's a Frankish Catholic over here. So they've declared a jihad over this island, the Canarias. God, that's so dumb. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Nice job, Paradox. It's impressive. We'll break off most of the army here. Just gain some learning. Do we have any organizers we can put in charge? Nope. So this battle will likely happen. We need to make sure we got good commanders here. So yeah, let's actually put the best guy in the center. We'll put this guy here. We'll put this guy here, and we won't need troops. And this will be the main battle. We'll reinforce. We should just be fine. And then we'll siege this province down. We're already at 33%. We'll run it down. And here comes the big subjugation. So we're about to get much bigger, but then this guy's going to come with his retarded number of event spawn troops and make problems for us. He's got 70,000 now. Makes sense. We can raise 7. Yes, 70,000. Naturally. Okay, well I'm going to take a break here though. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching everyone. See you soon.